Okay, so here we are live once again with another Mcfarlane DC Multiverse unboxing, and this is Jade. She's one of these red platinum edition figures. I don't know what that means. I still don't know what that means. Anybody in the comments who knows what that means, if you want to let me know in the comments, I'd appreciate it. Uh, And I guess since I'm already talking about it, now's as good a time as any to suggest that you like and subscribe because YouTube likes it when I say like and subscribe. So the more I say like and subscribe, it seems like the more people watch the videos and have the opportunity to like and subscribe. So please like and subscribe, especially if you're enjoying this content. I guess if you're not enjoying this content, give me a thumbs down and tell me in the comments how I'm talking too much and I do a terrible job and I should show the figure more, even though I've got the figure on screen like at least 99% of the time in these videos usually. Uh, and usually by the time I stop showing the figure, it's because like I'm done talking about it and I'm just BSing around with the chat anyway. So isn't that technically your fault? People in the chat. Not that I'm complaining. I enjoy interacting with people in the chat. So and people in the chat seem to have fun with it too. So whatever. So here's the artwork on the back, and I believe that this artwork it looks like to me like it's I can't talk. It looks like to me it's Adam Hughes, very talented artist, been one of my favorite comic book artists since what, like the late '80s, early '90s. That guy's been around for a while. He's a veteran at this point, and he draws some pretty girls, and Jade's a pretty girl, so he does a good job drawing her. Jade was a model in her day job when she wasn't being a superhero, so she got to be pretty, right? All right. So, and of course, Jade is the daughter of the original Golden Age Green Lantern, Alan Scott, twin sister to Obsidian, who we opened up his figure on the previous episode. And I got to tell you, it is a pleasure to after opening up Obsidian and Mr. Bones to finally open up another figure in a cardboard box, so that I don't need to use scissors to cut the plastic box open. So that's nice. And since she's a slightly older figure, I got her a few months ago. She still has the post rebirth DC logo on her package and stand. And here is the figure stand. It is the older type of figure stand with a matte plastic figure stand with a glossy DC logo embossed onto it. And unfortunately, the trading card is not on the same bubble. So that means I'm going to have to pull it off separately and hope that I can get it off without damaging the trading card. And I was able to successfully peel off the bubble. There we got the same piece of artwork we saw on the back. There's what the back of the trading card looks like. And it reads, I guess I could say that you could say that I'm not showing the figure right now, but I'm showing stuff that came in the box anyway. So you will still lose. Uh, Jade, Green Lantern Corps, data file, real name, Jennifer Lynn Hayden. Usually they say Jenny Lynn, but they got a little fancy with us this time. Jennifer Lynn Hayden. We got a formal poo meme. So, given up for adoption and raised separately, twins Jennifer Lynn Hayden and Todd Rice, Obsidian, we talked about him yesterday, are the children of Green Lantern Alan Scott and the villainous Thorn. Jennifer Lynn discovered her ability to wield the mystic energies of the Starheart when she was attacked as a teen. Her powers were triggered and her hair and skin turned green. Of course, she could turn back to her normal Caucasian color, so she wasn't stuck that way, but frankly, I think she should have just stayed green because daddy like. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, so like I was kind of disappointed that like they didn't really have a whole lot about his background on Obsidian's trading card, but we at least got a little bit on Jenny Lynn's, didn't we? So let's go ahead and get her out of the package. Come to think of it, Jenny Hayden was the name of the character that Karen Allen played in Starman. So I kind of wonder if that was a coincidence because she's got the star heart, like coincidence. I don't know. Who knows? And I believe that these hands, if I had thought about it, I'd have brought her over here. But I think I still have because I bought a couple of those. I might have an extra. No, it doesn't look like I do have an extra fire over here at the moment. I thought I did, maybe. But I believe these are a reuse of the same hands that came with fire. So, they look like they're just kind of flamey and don't really have a whole lot of hand definition to them. But they do demonstrate her powers pretty well, don't they? And don't worry, she does come with some normal hands if you want her to be powered down. They're just normal white hands. They're both gripping hands. They're probably both reused from the same Catwoman. This body reuses the body from the Nightfall Catwoman figure, and it seems to have corrected the problem with the bulge, if you know what I mean. Notices bulge, that whole thing. So, not to get too in current events. All right. So, yeah, the head sculpt, I'm really digging that head sculpt. It's a really nicely done head sculpt. It doesn't seem like you can move her head around too much, but we'll talk more about that when we get the articulation. But she's got an expression on her face that I really like because it is an expression. Like it's mostly a neutral expression, but it's got just a little bit of attitude to it, and I like that. And now this is, I believe, her most current costume. She's had a few costumes in her history, but this one is definitely like I believe it's the most modern. It's the most modern one I've seen, at least. So and it's not bad. I like it all right. I still like her original costume better, but this one isn't too different from her original costume. The main difference is that this costume has these long white gloves and it has sleeves. You can see that there's dark green in between the white of her leotard and the white of the gloves. So that's a sleeve right there. Lone Dragon is here. He says, "Heyo, heyo, right back at you." Lil Bane is here and he says, "It's me. I haven't been here for a while." Yeah, that's right. You haven't been here for a while, but you're back now, so that's cool. So anyway, welcome to the show to both of you. So yeah, that would be the main difference, I think, as far as her costume goes. But also the emblem is different, and like I like the emblem on the older costume because it looked more like a starburst, and this one looks more like they were trying to make it look like an atom, but it also kind of just looks like an asterisk. I don't know what they were trying to do here. I like the older emblem better. Head over Nightcrast is here, and he says, "I made it here." You certainly did. And Lone Dragon says, "You saw my new police officer figure, right?" I haven't seen it yet because I keep meaning to check my messages, and I'm terrible at that. But I have seen those figures around. I definitely want to pick one up. But I'll check your pictures once I get off of the live stream here. I promise. I'll check them. I promise. So I'm sorry I'm bad at that. I'm really bad at that. So anyway, I do like this costume okay. I like this costume just fine. I don't mind this as the costume I decided to go with, especially since it's oh, so I gotta message you then, says Lone Dragon. Oh no, you already did message me. I just haven't seen it yet. I haven't had a chance to. I'm bad at that. Like that's my fault. So but I'll check out my Instagram once I get off of here. So I haven't really checked my Instagram yet because like I posted some stuff on there, and sometimes I'll post stuff on my Facebook, and my Facebook's connected to my Instagram. So I don't really have to go on Instagram a lot. If I want to post something, I don't have to go on Instagram, is what I'm saying. So or if I want to post something on Facebook, if I'm posting it straight from Instagram, it just goes, yeah, I did not already. I posted the pic in the public, but you did message me. I've got a message from you that I still need to look at. So it might be something unrelated. It might be just some kind of joke or something. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. But I will go and specifically look on your page so I can see the picture of the police officer. Now you're sending me a message. See? All right. Well, like I said, I'll check it when I'm done. I'll check it. I promise. I'll check it when I'm done. I promise this time. I'm gonna shoot the thumbnail, and then next thing I do after that, I'm gonna go on Instagram. Okay. Okay. All right. We cool. We cool. All right. So, oh, and head over to Diecast says nice figure. Yes, it's a nice figure. I think they did a good job with her. So it's always a joke. Yeah, everything's a joke with you, isn't it? Don't worry, I wouldn't have it any other way. All right. So, but yeah, I'm really happy about how this figure turned out. Uh, although there are, like I said, there are a couple of things I want to done different. I've always got nits to pick, don't I? But for the most part, they did a really good job with her. And I'll say that like this is a really good use of the Catwoman body. Sometimes when they use these Catwoman parts, I'm a little critical of it. Like these boots are too high for Supergirl, or Fire probably shouldn't be wearing opera gloves, that kind of thing. But it works with her costume just fine, doesn't it? It looks really good. I like the head sculpt an awful lot. The head sculpt is like the main selling point of this figure, and I think they did a good job of capturing this particular character, who was one of my favorite members of Infinity Incorporated, maybe my most favorite member of Infinity Incorporated. I did as a kid have a little bit of crush on her, like I've said before. So yeah, and her brother was Obsidian, and he was another character that I really liked. I liked both of those characters quite a bit. So anyway, let's go ahead and talk about her articulation. So as I noted before, she has this shoulder length hair, and it does interfere with the articulation somewhat. You can see I can't get a whole lot of side to side movement out of it. I can't get her to look up too far, which is unfortunate. In a flying figure, she can look down about that far. The head does rotate all the way around, and the shoulders rotate all the way around. She's got the cool Mcfarlane kind of butterfly joint here, but it's not quite as mobile as it is with a lot of figures. She does have her arms raised up to the sides about that far. So there's that. She does have a bicep swivel, like right where the glove meets the shoulder, but it seems to be stuck really badly on her right arm. On the left arm, you can see it demonstrated a little better. And she does have double jointed elbows. That's about the range of motion you get at the elbows. Excellent range of motion at the elbows. And then she's got, the cool Mcfarlane wrist articulation, so we can move those wrists around any which way we want. Of course, these hands aren't really hands because they're kind of embedded in the fire. But we can kind of see some detail of some hand there. I think this is the palm of her hand here. We can kind of see her thumb right there. I think they probably should have painted in this part white so that it could be a little more visible. But I guess I can paint it in myself, can't I? And it looks like the other side of her, yeah, here's her thumb over here on her other hand. These aren't mirror images of each other. They could have very easily just digitally done mirror images of each other, but they did not. Bobby Wald is here, and he says, what happened to Gamora's hands? Well, first of all, this isn't Gamora, although she is another green girl, and like I said, I do appreciate the green girls. And they're on fire with her green flame from the Star Heart. This is Jade. So yeah, she's got Green Lantern powers. She's got Golden Age Green Lantern powers. So she's got all the same powers of her father, the original Golden Age Green Lantern. I can still get a pretty nice flying pose out of her, even though I can't get her to look up that far. Thankfully, the torso articulation is still really good. So, she can lean from side to side, about like that. Lean back about that far, lean forward about that far. Nice articulation there. Very nicely sculpted figure. Very good job with that. So Jade can kick up about that far. She's got like a little bit of a wobble here, not a whole lot, but you can get a little bit extra posability out of that. She got double jointed knees. That's about the range of motion you get at the knees. And then she doesn't have any kind of boot cut or anything, but she does have a full probably ankle articulation. So the ankle rotates all the way around where the ankle meets the shin, and the ankle rotates all the way around where the ankle meets the foot. So we can get some good motion out of it that way. Foot points down about that far. Foot points up about that far, a little stiff, but we got it to move, didn't we? And then she's got toe articulation just to show off. I should point out, as far as the coloring of this goes, is that like the white parts of her costume are not like a true white. They're kind of like just a slightly off-white kind of color, kind of a very, 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 very light gray. So it's not like the truest of white, but that's good in my opinion, because it does kind of bring out some more of the detail in the sculpting, and you can see I can hold her up to the camera and the white doesn't get all washed out like a lot of times a white figure will. But instead you can still make out some of the detail on this figure, like the musculature and the wrinkles and the boots and the gloves and everything like that, and the zipper down the front of the costume, because again they reused this from Catwoman, and she had a zipper down the front of her costume, and they're just kind of pretending it's not there with Jade because the emblem. Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did. So yeah, there's that. She does not come with a flight stand, which is another annoying thing that they do with flying characters. I kind of feel like all flying characters should come with flight stands, and I kind of feel like all Green Lantern characters should come with translucent green flight stands for obvious reasons, but they never ever do. I keep telling Mcfarlane to do this, and I know you guys are watching my videos, so I don't get that many views on videos, but I'm sure some of them are people from Mcfarlane just being like, I wonder what people have to say about our product. Oh, it's this guy whinging about something again. Oh man, she would look so cool perched on a flight stand like that, but she doesn't have a flight stand. She just has a standard action figure stand. So I'm just gonna have to have her standing on my shelf with the rest of the plebs. So it is what it is. But aside from the nitpickery and me just kind of busting Mcfarlane's apple bags, as we tend to do sometimes. Lone Dragon says, "Tell Mcfarlane next time you go golfing with him." Yeah, but like to be honest, like we don't go to the real golf course because I'm actually terrible at golf. We go to adventure golf, which is themed like a pirate ship. It's really cool. So actually, I haven't been to adventure golf since I was in high school, so I don't even know if these still exist anymore. Last time I checked, they did, which was surprising to me because most stuff around that mall is just dead now. So back when I went to that golf course, it was back when that mall was hopping. So pretty much most malls are dead nowadays, but that's a really dead mall. Somebody actually got killed there. Yeah, so kind of puts a damper on my nostalgia a little bit, but I still got a lot of happy memories of that mall. For those of you not familiar with my old childhood mall, if you've seen Stranger Things, you've seen it because it was the Star Court. They reused it for the Star Court. They dressed it up and made her look how she looked back in the old days, and it made me happy to almost like see an old friend again at this point. But they're going to tear down that mall, I think, and put something else there. That was Gwinnett Place Mall. So, but I had good times there. Had a lot of good times there. But anyway, that's pretty much it for Jade. I hope you enjoyed this video. It wasn't a very long one, but sometimes you just say everything you need to say, and then that's it. Like, there's not a whole lot of. She's a pretty basic figure, but sometimes that's a good thing. She probably should be a basic figure. She's got a pretty simple costume and doesn't have much in the way of accessories. She's got these kind of flame hands, and that's about it. So if you enjoyed this video, please make sure that you like and subscribe and all the fun YouTube stuff down below. I'll be back on the next episode, but I haven't decided what figure I'm going to open yet specifically, but it's going to be another Green Lantern figure. I've got a few Green Lantern figures that I want to open up, and got 2 figures of Hal Jordan and 1 figure of Sinestro. Got some cool stuff on the way, so make sure you don't miss it. Lone Dragon says it wasn't a very long one. That's what she said. Yeah. I wish I could say I didn't hear that a lot. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Please make sure you like and subscribe. YouTube likes it when I say like and subscribe. So I like to say like and subscribe because if YouTube likes it, then I like it. And they push this video out to more people whenever I say like and subscribe. And then more people watch the videos and more people actually do like and subscribe. I see my subscriber count growing, maybe slowly but steadily, but it's climbing. It actually is. So, but that's it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Next episode, we'll be back with more Green Lantern goodness. And if you haven't seen my short about it, I did get in my order from Big Bad Toy Store, so you can get a sneak peek at some things to come if you check out that short. And got a lot more Masters of the Universe, got a lot more G.I. Joe, and at least one more DC Multiverse figure in there. So yeah, I actually got two DC Multiverse figures, but one of them was an extra of the Troika Batman figure. So that I already did that episode. You're not going to see me open that one up. But the Batman of Earth 11 or whatever the hell they call her. It's not even a man, so I don't know why they say Batman, but I'll have more to say about that when I open up that figure. Anyway, we'll talk to you next time. Bye.